disturb everyone that you have to walk by. You're going to miss everything that's talked about in that section, and it's really detrimental to your learning ability. There are recycle bins in the library, but there's only one recycle bin that has the labeling, like this is for trash, this is for paper, and this is for plastic, and that's towards the cafe area. All the recycle bins by the printers are either just labeled trash or recycling. And everyone that's labeled recycling, we checked, has trash in it. They have food wrappers, they also have paper and plastic bottles, but all the food waste is contaminating all that recyclable material. In terms of energy throughout campus, not every building is LEED certified. There aren't rainwater collection systems throughout campus. The computers in the library are never shut off, so even after the building closes, they're still on. They're still using energy. Even if it's in power saver mode, it's still drawing electricity, which is a huge waste considering that for 6 to 8 hours or however long the library is closed, no one's using it. Problems on campus when it comes to events like sports games or when guest speakers come here to talk, there's a large influx of people, not just from the campus, but from the community around us who want to come see SNU play against St. Anselm in soccer, or when we had I believe it was Kelly Ayotte came here a week or two ago and she spoke in Webster. A large number of people want to come hear what she has to say about whatever it is she's talking about. And if the students aren't really up to date on where all the recycle bins are or what you can recycle, people from outside the community might be even less aware of where it is or what they can recycle. And as stated before, the recycle bins aren't really available in these locations. There isn't one in the auditoriums in Webster or in Robert Frost, and there aren't recycle bins by the field either. It's just trash cans, and people aren't going to want to walk from the field or from the auditorium to a recycle bin, throw their stuff out and come back, because they're going to miss something. People don't want to miss it. They don't want to waste their time going somewhere where they could just drop it in the trash on the way out. Anyone who would normally use a recycle bin is now throwing it away since it's not present. They can't use it. Like I said, the closest recycle bins are in the Student Center or Robert Frost if you're at the field, and it's really inconvenient during really competitive games like championships. And the longer an event, the more power for lighting is used, especially at the field or in the auditorium. So the longer the event and the longer it takes people after the event to end to disperse, those lights are still on. Obviously, it's for a very good reason to, so people can get out of the stadium or the auditorium safely. But the longer it goes on, the more power they're using. And to power a huge stadium-filling lighting system, that takes a lot of energy. So they're not exactly the most efficient system set up.
Alright, so the current situation, the current director of facilities is Mike Curtin. Second, when it comes to the recycling bins, we all know there are no recycling bins in the classroom, neither in Larkin Field, like what Eric said already. We all know that Larkin Field holds a lot of sport events, and in those sport events, many people from outside the community come in the community. The leftover food, what I mean about the leftover food, I don't mean the wraps that wrap the food, I mean the actual food that students, after they finish, they actually throw their food on the trash. And the same in the kitchen, the leftovers, they will throw it away because they wouldn't save it for later because they know students wouldn't need it. The lights in the dorms are always on. The same goes to the library. The computers, we actually asked the IT desk in the library if there's someone in charge for computers and go shut them down at the end of the day, and there was nobody. And I think, I'm pretty sure the same goes for the classrooms. The computers in the classroom stays on. The water is sustained in some water fountain, like the one downstairs, but many of them do not have the sensors for the refill. Lastly, the paper waste is a huge on campus because there are a lot of papers printed every day and distributed to the students, which all end up in the trash at the end of
So we would want to inform students on recycling, include instructional material on recycling in SNU 101, and also have those signages all around campus. We would put more recycling bins around campus and in classrooms, make labeling on bins more clear, so what's trash and what's recyclable. This will reduce the amount of trash in the recycle bins. We would make the buildings LEED certified and then turn off lights and computers overnight.
Some solutions for the event problems would be to bring recycling bins to the field and place them next to the trash bins. This allows the opportunity to recycle where there is none before. Shut off the lights once it is safe to do so, or have them dimming put into place. This reduces waste energy by keeping the lights on, and this applies to field and buildings.
To sum up all of the problems that we talked about and the solutions that we have. So as we said before, that the waste management and the energy efficiency, there's no easy access to recycle bins. Computers are online, and no one knows how to recycle. To solve all of these problems, we thought about we should go more recycle bins, as we said, that have pictures that are specified. So I mean, the ones that we have pictures, but not they're not really clear. Sometimes you have a trend, you have something in your hand that's not in the picture and you don't know where to put it. So maybe we'll make it more efficient to use for people and provide training sessions for faculty and staff. And by doing that, they can teach students to recycle as well. Maybe should provide a class where SNU 101 to teach students about how to recycle, give them handouts that are clear. Maybe give them like class activities like the one that we did here in class, zero waste tracking, so you know what you're producing, and think about the trash that you're throwing out every day. If you're a student like